So I tell people when they get started in this real estate game, you got to make sure you stay focused. And one of the things I'm talking about when I'm talking about staying focused that you need to make sure that you do, and I made this mistake, that's why I'm telling you not to do it. I'd highly recommend you not do this. But when you get into the game, know what you're looking for, okay? Because the problem is you'll make the same mistake as many of us, that when you go in there, you'll try to look for anything as far as a real estate deal, and you're really not going to get anything. So you need to have what you call, this is an old school term, the buy box, okay? Quote unquote buy box. You need to know exactly what you're looking for and the range. So here's what I'm getting at. You need to know the price range that you can afford, all right, or that you want to put up for, the price range. So for me, back in the day, when I first started out, where I'm at, between $75,000 and $150,000. That was my buy box. Along with, you need to know the bedroom size. So I would say for me, it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage home, around 1,500 square foot, minimum 1,500 square foot. See, these are the things you got to know when you're getting into the game, because if you don't, then you're going to be everywhere and you're not going to get anything. So I'm just telling you from experience. And that can get real frustrated, especially when you're first starting out, because then you're going to think, man, this real estate game ain't working. I can't find nothing. That's why a lot of people don't do this. No, you just have to have a good, strong game plan. That's what I'm showing you. So you're not just everywhere, because you can get frustrated and you can lose real quick. Or as far as losing, I mean, you'll end up quitting real quick. So have a buy box. Again, mine was the 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage home. And I'm going to tell you why I had that one. Because as I'm dealing with low-income housing Section 8, I typically deal with families, single mothers with kids. And I just started to learn over time pretty quickly that these families want space, okay? They want backyards. They want a front yard. Typically, it's a single mother with at least 2 kids. They can't be living in a 1-bedroom, right? Or a 2-bedroom. It needs to be a 3-bedroom. So that's why I chose that. And it worked out great for me, okay? Especially because of the demographic and who I was dealing with. So I'm catering to their needs. So renting it out was not a problem, you see? So not only was I just dealing with low-income housing Section 8, I was getting the type of properties that they wanted. So when I bought a property and got it rehab, it took no time, simply because the puzzle, the pieces to the puzzle fit together real good. So it's something just to keep in mind. Make sure you have your buy box. Make sure you can afford what you can afford, and just make sure that you're fitting a criteria and you're doing it the way you want to do it. And stick with it, because if you don't, like I say, you're going to flounder through here. You're going to quit real quick. You're going to think it doesn't work, and you're going to knock yourself out of a position to get passive income and build generational wealth, because that's the name of the game when it's all said and done. You want to be able to get passive income, build wealth, and I tell you, it'll get easier as you keep doing this. So stay focused. Whatever your buy box is, whatever area you want to be in, whatever neighborhood you want to be in, zip code, whatever it may be, stick with it, because that's the key. And the more you're consistent with what you're doing and your game plan, the easier it becomes. I guarantee you. And then later on, if you wanted to, this is what I did. I started to branch out and do other things. Like I started getting into condos, right? I bought a couple of them. I didn't really like it because they don't really appraise in value, or they don't appreciate in value over time quickly like a single family house. And then I started to elevate and get into apartments. That was a whole nother level. But if I had done everything, I wouldn't have been anywhere, right? If I would have looked into townhomes and condos and single families and duplexes and quads, I guarantee you I wouldn't have gotten anything and anywhere, because I simply wasn't focused. So stay focused, get your buy box, whatever it may be, hone in on what you want, stick with it. I stuck with it for a few years doing that same 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage home, and then I perfected it, and it worked perfectly. And then I branched off. That's my lesson to you. take this what you want. I just give you game. Hopefully you like this information. Smash the like button, share, comment down below. Be more than welcome to answer any questions that you got. I will respond. See you in the next video.